two sort of end credit scenes on that one.
Yeah. So the first credit scenes is Hercules,
Yeah, interesting that
played by Brett Goldstein.
Hercules.
Yeah. So the son of Zeus. And the other obviously surprising thing is that he's still alive.
Yeah,
Zeus.
still alive.
Oh, yes. He survived.
He survived the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
The second scene is Jane is now in heaven. Valhalla, anyway.
And who's that guy she was talking to?
The guy is Heimdall. So Heimdall is the so he died previously in which one did he die in?
Was it in the third?
He died fighting Thanos, right? Was it Thanos?
Endgame.
Was it in Endgame? Yeah.
Yeah, should be. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh yeah. So Heimdall, Thor's friend and fellow who was killed by Thanos in not Endgame actually, Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're both there.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Although we don't see where Hela went, so that's sort of interesting. That I don't know if they're just keeping that under wraps, but we don't see Odin, we don't see Freya.
Yeah, so although Jane meets only Heimdall, it's believed that Odin is there. Presumably the Warriors Tree as well would also be there. Odin's daughter Hela could potentially be in Valhalla too. So, but yeah, we only see Jane and Heimdall.
Interesting, yeah.
So yeah.
Interesting, yeah. But yeah, it's a fun movie. Yeah, it's more like comedic. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, comedic, a bit of a romantic comedy-ish story.
Yeah.
Not very serious.
Yeah, definitely not too serious. And yeah. Interesting to see Christian Bale playing Gore. Yeah.
Actually, interestingly, I think not many people knew it was him. Only after the movie. And then they said, hey, is that Christian Bale?
Some people didn't recognize him.
A lot of people didn't. Yeah.
Because obviously he looks completely different in this, but that's makeup and costume. So but yeah, pretty cool and great to have Natalie Portman back as Jane. Yeah. So because she wasn't, obviously she wasn't really featured in a lot of the Avengers movies like Endgame or Infinity Wars. We didn't see her. We saw a little bit of the Professor, but just very briefly. So he didn't play as much of a role in this one, but maybe in the next one.
Yeah, we saw who else did we see? Yeah, Kat Dennings, yeah.
And then Kat Dennings,
Darcy Lewis, yeah, Eric, we saw Professor Stellan Skarsgård.
We saw Eric, yeah.
We saw Lady Sif is back too.
Lady Sif, nice to see her back as well. But her role was also quite brief, so yeah. But there was more of Valkyrie, obviously, in this one. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a few interesting cameos as well. So Chris Hemsworth, real kids, they actually played the kid.
Some of the kids, okay.
So Chris Hemsworth's son Tristan,
okay,
as young Thor.
Oh wow.
Sasha played one of the ex-Guardians kidnapped by Gore. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Now Chris Hemsworth's daughter
at the end.
At the end is actually her real daughter.
It does look like
India Rose.
India Rose.
I mean, yeah, Gore's daughter, right? That's
Oh, okay. So she plays Gore's daughter.
Yeah, she plays Gore's daughter, which is who's now adopted by Thor.
Yeah.
But it's actually Chris Hemsworth's real daughter in the Arrows.
Yeah.
Even Christian Bale's children join the cast. So yeah, so all the actors' kids are in the movie in some way. Natalie Portman's children are also in the movie. The
Okay.
kidnapped ones. Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, yeah.
Taika, who's the director's
it's like
children,
older
also
children.
appear in those scenes of the children getting kidnapped.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. They brought older children.
Yeah. So it's like a
They got to play
family
extras.
affair. Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. It must be fun for the kids. All gathered together.
Yeah. So here's a few Easter eggs. So Gore the Butcher.
So that's from the comics.
Yes.
Yeah.
From Jason Aaron and Butch Guys. God of Thunder #6. So that's a comic book character. And also the Necro Sword. The sword is also comic book accurate.
Oh, the sword.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Shadow Realm as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we know who made the sword?
The sword,
Necro sword?
yeah, I don't know. It's power to slay gods. It's God's traditional weapon in comics.
Okay.
It's been tied to Null, the god of symbiotes, the being who ruled the cosmos before light and life. Oh yeah, okay. Null created All Black, the Necro Sword. So now the god of symbiotes.
And this is sort of related to
No,
the Eternals
this
because
guy.
it mentions the Celestials. So
This guy,
okay,
the King in Black.
right. Interesting.
So he could. Not sure if that's a potential villain or not. But we'll
Because
see.
we didn't see him here, but
No,
the sword like chooses who who wields it,
who
right?
wills it? Yeah.
Yeah. Like the previous guy who wielded the sword was killed, but the sword chose a different.
Those choke score, yes. And also the Shadow Realm. Yeah. Yeah, so the MCU tried to tie the Shadow Realm to the sword.
Yeah.
So that's the realm where you have no color.
That's it makes sense why obviously everything is in black and white once we get to the Shadow Realm.
Yes. Yeah. And Jane Foster's Let's Bring the Rainbow. It's feels ironic. Taika Waititi gives Jonathan Brock a cameo as Rapu.
Okay, so he's just one of his friends from
the
Empire movie.
Apparently he worked with him before.
Yeah. So he makes a cameo.
I mean, the interesting thing is the movie he worked on with him before is called What We Do in the Shadows.
I've seen that movie. It's hilarious. It's really fun.
That's why it's an appropriate cameo.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of his first movies. It's really funny.
Okay. And we talk about this, all the cameos. We got Kat Dennings as Darcy. We got Stellan Skarsgård as Eric Selvig.
Lady Sif.
Jamie Alexander as Lady Sif.
And then Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba at the very end.
Yeah.
And then the Einstein-Rosen bridges, the lecture, which she gave to the patient reading her book. And we saw New Asgard, situated in the
Yes.
town of Tonsberg.
Oh, the new husband. Yeah.
So it's really funny seeing that sort of recreation, and then that it becomes a tourist attraction.
I mean, it's a real place.
Yeah.
So I wonder in the real place whether it's actually a tourist attraction or not.
In Tonsberg, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe. Infinity Connes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the ice cream store.
And that's so funny seeing that infinity
Cons. Infinity Cons. Cons.
Turns, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, what's this? Oh, it's just some little cameo. Yeah. Pearson. Who's this guy? Pearson. Oh, he plays the role of Daryl with a Bling and Real Music cameo where he plays a tour guide.
Right. Yeah.
Asgard actor's trick.
Matt Damon is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's a funny cameo, right?
Yeah.
Matt Damon, Luke Hemsworth, and Sam Neill. I didn't realize they were Sam Neill actually.
Yeah, that's right.
So they were
Yeah.
kind of doing a play act.
And then
Loki, Thor, and Odin.
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy.
Even Messiah McCarthy.
It's
Ben
funny.
Falcone too, who's McCarthy's real life husband, appears during the curtain call.
Yeah, that was good.
And we have the goats.
Okay. The screeching. Yeah.
The two pet goats. Teeth Snarler and Teeth Grinder.
Okay, so I guess that's comic book accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the victims come straight from the comics as well.
Oh, yeah.
Gallagher. Okay.
From God of Thunder #3. The tragic fate of Faligar. This creature.
Oh, okay.
A patron god of the galactic frontier.
Hmm.
Mm.
How long have they been split up? 8 years, 7 months, 6 days, give or take. This is interesting though, because Jane was among the people who got snapped
Oh,
out.
okay. Because she
right?
disappeared, she was
She
in
lost those 5 years. Yes.
Oh, she lost 5 years.
so she wouldn't have felt that,
As long. Yes.
as long as Thor did.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's why she thinks, oh, it's just 3 or 4 years.
So you have to add 5 to what she thought, which is more like 8.
Yeah.
And
And big theory. Yeah, so that's another Easter egg with him.
Yeah, and the phone, yeah.
yep, on speed dial.
Yeah.
Then we talk about this, all the actors' kids.
Yeah.
The first werewolf.
There's a werewolf? Oh.
The werewolf child, right?
Yeah, yes. Child who reveals is a lichen.
I like him.
Lycanthropes. Interesting.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me a little bit of the whole Van Helsing.
Oh
or-
yes.
Or like Underworld, where they're called lichens rather than werewolves. Interesting to say that.
Yeah,
This.
but yeah, MCU has first werewolf. That's the first.
First time we've seen that in the MCU being portrayed. Yeah.
Odin's ravens are name drops.
Yeah.
Okay. Those got squad choices. Yeah, there's some name drops to several gods. Zeus, Sun, Hercules, Egyptian god Ra, who we saw in Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Tuma Tonega. and can't pronounce it. Quetzalcoatl. Yeah, all these I don't know, would they be Greek? I think they are Greek gods, yeah.
Mm.
But there's some
Yeah,
Egyptian ones too. And the Maori one is actually,
no.
yeah. So there's some Greek ones, some Egyptian ones, Maori ones,
Yeah. Mm.
Aztec ones.
Mm.
Yes. The omnipotent city.
Where the gods gather. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's in the comics as well.
Mm.
And all these, yeah. Yeah, Greek Roman pantheon in mythology. The credits also identify Aztec, Maori, talk about Mayan. Yeah, not just Greek, but all kinds.
Mm.
Mm.
Interestingly, tattoo.
Oh yeah, a low key tattoo at the
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
you mean Thor,
Outside.
Thor's butt, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
On
just a back?
had like a low key tattoo.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah. Seeing that there. And then in the in the story that Korg was telling about how he died 3 times.
Oh yes,
Mhm.
Cork. It was, I think, the voice of Taika, right?
Mm.
Uh. Oh yeah, these two. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
Celestials.
Yes,
Mm.
that's true.
Yeah. So there's that link to Eternals.
Yes, subtle. Yes,
Yeah.
the Living Tribunal and the Watcher.
Mm.
Oh, interesting. Watcher and the Living Tribunal. Because the Living Tribunal actually appeared in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Mm.
Just very, very brief. Blink and you miss it scene
Mm.
when they were going through the multiverse.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, Living Tribunal
So yeah, the Watcher.
and the
Yeah.
Watcher. Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Watcher again.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright. Yeah.
In the next
Watcher.
installment, the next season of What If, that would be great to see.
I'm
the
sure we'll
Watcher.
see them at some point. See them again.
Looking forward to that. I don't know where it comes out, but what do you know? Do you have a release date yet for What If? Probably.
Yeah. No.
Is there?
Eternity.
Yeah, he needs the Bifrost.
He needs the Bifrost.
He needs
Yes.
Stormbreaker to get to it. Yeah.
Mjolnir attempts Jane Foster. So every time she uses the power of the Mjolnir,
Mm.
yeah, that's the thing though. Every time she uses it, the effects of
drains
the
her.
chemo get reversed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the price she pays, huh? Yes.
It's draining her energy and everything. So
The Soul World. That's a bit of a retcon. Because we saw.
mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
He spoke with a young version of Gamora in Infinity War.
Hmm.
But anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where eternity is, it seems to be completely outside.
Yeah.
you know,
Outside the universe itself. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. And then we've got
Yeah, Valhalla at the end. So I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see him again or even Jane.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's yeah, those are all the
Oh, the
Easter
Easter eggs.
eggs.
Yeah, interesting Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Mm. So you guys saw this in the cinema.
Yeah, we saw. Well, I didn't see it with
Who did you
Jeff.
see it with?
They saw it first because I was overseas at the time.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Bruno. Yeah, it's
Oh
on.
yeah. Yeah. Very
Mm.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked it the second time actually. Maybe.
Was it more enjoyable watching it the second time around?
Yeah. I don't know why. Because
Yeah.
I think you pick
There's
up
a
on
lot of jokes.
yeah, you pick on the little things that you may not have
Yeah.
recognized in the
And
beginning.
it's fun as well seeing the Guardians.
Yeah.
That's what made me laugh.
It's quite a fun movie actually.
Yeah, it's a really fun movie.
I didn't know that for example, I didn't know the kids were in the movie.
Like I didn't know that it was their kids.
Yeah.
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 So that's definitely
That's really interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I found it fun as well.
Yeah, Russell Crowe as well. Yeah. Jane Fonda.
And they said at the end Thor will return. So it looks like there is gonna be a movie.
Oh,
Yeah. Which store has to be Chris, I guess.
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
I'm sure they're talking about that, but then also because Natalie is in Valhalla and there's other characters in Valhalla, they could be involved in some scenes if it's set in Valhalla.
Yeah.
You know, the bits that are set in Valhalla could still feature Jane and everyone else, like Anthony Hopkins could come back as Odin.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah. Even Kate Blanchett could come back as Hela at some point. We don't know. And this movie didn't have Loki in it, but he could come back in the next Thor.
That's right. But at the end, they're clearly setting up Hercules to be something.
But the setup is that we're gonna see Zeus and Hercules again, being the antagonists, I think, in the next Thor movie.
So here's the speculation, right? If Thor fights Hercules,
okay, so Thor versus Hercules is
who will win?
Maybe
right?
the possible setup for
Possible, yeah.
fifth Thor movie.
I mean, Hercules, yeah. Who knows? It's a good matchup. Yeah.
That could be a really fun fight to see, on screen. Because they're pretty well matched in terms of strength. And
yeah.
There's been a few movies on Hercules, right?
Yeah. I think one of them featured The Rock or something.
Oh, did it? Oh.
Yeah. I think he has played Hercules, hasn't he?
Oh, The Rock played it.
So I'm just I'm wondering how they'll tackle his character in the MCU.
Yeah.
It'll be different, obviously from the
other ones.
The Greek myth, which is, like in the movies or something like that with Hercules, they'll follow the Greek mythology stories, like the 7 labors of Hercules or something like that. It won't be comic book Hercules. So whereas the MCU movies will be more like the comic book one. So.
I see. Yeah, that should be interesting. Hercules.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see that the Thor Hercules matchup that happens.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah.
In Thor 5, yeah.
Hercules.
Yeah. But I guess that's probably, a couple of years away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that. It sounds interesting. Yeah. So what did you guys give the movie, like when you first?
Oh, good point, actually.
And has your score changed? It's the second question.
That's a good question.
Well, maybe we'll go with Jonas first. So Jonas is not here, but he did give his score. I think it's a 5.5.
Okay.
Out of 10, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I gave it, I think 7. I think if I can remember,
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
but without knowing all the Easter eggs and all that.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Cool.
And what did you give it, Margaret, back then?
Probably a 6, about a 6. Yeah.
6.
So for
Because
me, this is a okay movie. It's entertaining. It's fun, but it doesn't really move anything forward.
Yeah.
It's just there,
Yeah.
And I think Taika, I don't know, maybe I think he probably overdid the humor, I think.
the director,
'Cause it's just like a comedy, really.
yeah.
It's like a romantic comedy.
It's like with
Mm.
Ragnarok. It's very humorous. So it's
Yeah.
kind
But
of
I think this he
same
took it
tone.
even further,
Oh, yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
So it's definitely more that tone, because I think that's his style. If you watch What We Do in the Shadows, it's that same kind of style
Yes.
as well. So yeah, I think to be expected. I think it's
Mhm.
director. Whereas if you obviously you're comparing it to the first Thor, which is directed by Kenneth Branagh, completely different tone. It has, because Kenneth Branagh has done a lot of Shakespearean movies. It
That's
has
right.
more of that Shakespearean.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I guess I would kind of lean more towards that style. Although I can see why Marvel maybe probably wanted to, make it a bit funnier, right?
A little bit more fun, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I suppose the comic books are probably quite fun too. So maybe it's trying to get it more in line with the comic books.
Mm.
So yeah. Yeah, I liked it. I think for me it's a 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't mind this one. Like it's fun. I mean, yeah, you're right. It doesn't really move the story forward, but it's more like a fun kind of movie, you know. I still think like Guardians of the Galaxy is much funnier, but and more enjoyable, especially with the music. But I'm glad that they did have a lot of humor in this one too, and they have some nice music as well. Definitely some Guns N' Roses.
Oh yeah,
with that,
running
in Thor. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Interestingly, Guns N' Roses coming to Sydney. They're having a concert here.
Oh yeah. That,
actually.
they went to Centennial Park to film was the scene, one of the scenes, I think.
Yeah, and even the name of Heimdall's son Axel is like Axel Rose from Guns N' Roses, the lead singer.
IGN agrees with Jeff. So I think Jeff and IGN scores are pretty similar. Yeah. So Thor: Love and Thunder is held back by a cookie cutter's plot, but succeeds as MCU's first romantic comedy, thanks to Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman's chemistry.
Yeah, so it has that romantic comedy feel to it with Jane and Thor.
Oh yeah. It's the first romantic comedy too.
Yeah.
MCU.
It's pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'll give it 7.5 in the second time round. Because all those little things makes it.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go in with expectation of it being a funny romantic, then it makes sense to give it a little bit higher if that was the expectation. Yeah. So second time round, yeah, I knew it was going to be.
How about you, Marcus? Like any change to your score?
Well, no. It's just still a 6.
Hasn't changed. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, so far this year we've had how many superhero movies so far? We had the Batman, right? We had Doctor Strange 2, Thor.
Yeah.
Of all these, so far, I think the best movie is still Batman.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether they do another one with Rob Pattinson.
Yeah. They're definitely doing doing another one.
Okay, so he has agreed to sign on. Is that a definite confirmed now that he's signed on to the second movie?
Yeah, because it is, as you can see, this year's
Oh, it did
fourth.
very well. For sure. It was one of the blockbusters.
Yeah,
leader.
this is domestic, US only, so it's the top, in the top 5. It's number 4 for the
Yeah.
year.
Sure, it grows quite well.
Doctor
internationally.
Strange is
with
number
that.
2.
Yeah,
Thor is behind,
Minions.
a little bit behind Minions and Batman.
Yeah,
But
that's okay.
overall,
Yeah.
favorite movie for me is actually Top Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun was fun. I love Top Gun.
Yeah,
I
more
really
than more. So right. So we've
Just
seen
like-
all these.
Actually
No,
saw
I actually haven't seen Minions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sonic. I've seen Elvis.
I haven't seen Elvis yet, but I'd like to see it. Like, I don't know whether we want to do a movie review once it's out in digital. We'll see what the schedule is.
No, that one yeah,
Elvis.
yeah, it's okay. but yeah, these are the
It's very
the
different
top-
though. Like
top
obviously.
movies this year. Yeah.
Yeah.